Good morning and welcome back. This is day 208 of our 365 days of Bible study, and my name is Alan Mayer. I'm a retired Anglican priest, and I'm leading us at the moment through the ministry of the prophets. Between days 207 and 217, we are particularly looking at the ministry of Isaiah and Jeremiah. And today, on day 208, it's Isaiah's wider scope for God. Isaiah chapter 19, just two verses, verses 24 and 25. Isaiah writes, "When that time arrives, Israel will be equal with Egypt and Assyria, and all three will be a blessing for the world. Almighty Yahweh will bless them like this. I will bless you, my people, Egypt, and you, Assyria, whom I made, and you, Israel, my chosen nation." Even before the Babylonian exile, here Isaiah had a much more universal vision for the future of his Jewish faith than almost anyone else had in Judah. This wonderful dream included bellicose Egypt becoming a client state to a strong Judah, freedom of movement and trade between Assyria and Egypt, with Judah in between, in the middle. Hebrew became a lingua franca between the three nations, and an acknowledgement of Yahweh as God for this whole new common market. There actually were Jewish temples dedicated to Yahweh in Egypt during the Babylonian exile, but it is unlikely that Isaiah was referring to them before that time. The opening up of trade between the nations did take place, but really only after the rise of the Persian Empire, after about 530 BC. That was after the exile, and the traders spoke Aramaic, a related language to Hebrew. It would take a while for this dream of a faith shared amongst the nations to become any kind of reality. And that was not to be a Jewish triumph, but more of a Christian and Islamic fulfillment. 2.5 millennia later, the Middle East is still not peaceful and settled. But Judaism's daughter religions have taken faith in one God around the world. The Jews still regard themselves as God's chosen ones, though they are all too aware that this status has not preserved them from slavery in Egypt, exile in Babylon, many centuries as a diaspora around the world, and the horrors of attempted genocide in Europe in the 20th century. Isaiah and his contemporaries at the time of the Babylonian and Persian empires were just beginning to cotton on to the idea that far from being just their tribal God, Yahweh was in fact something much greater. Yahweh was better than just a force fighting on their side in their many battles. God was now the creator of everything, the mother and father of the whole world, the leader and liberator of many peoples. Out of Babylon came a people who of course wanted back what they had lost, but with them they brought back ideas that were not there before, that would eventually carry news of the one merciful and compassionate God to the world. Tomorrow, we shall see a compassionate and practical side to Isaiah's personality, and how poetic his writing could be. I'll see you then.